Module 3, how it shows up in online spaces. Many people use caution when meeting new people. However, when we look at online platforms such as Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, a number of online gaming sites, etc., people's identities could be faked, exaggerated, and used to gain access to young targets. Online exploitation can happen in many different ways on many different platforms. Talking to strangers online is normalized, and when we often think because we're in the comforts of our own home, we're safe. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has stated that on any given day, there are about 750,000 online predators. Additionally, 50% of those targeted by exploiters are between the ages of 12 and 15 years old. Online gaming. The online gaming world is huge, with tens of millions of adults and children playing at any given time. Online gaming sites, communication platforms, and streaming sites such as Twitch, Discord, YouTube, Mumble, and TeamSpeak, and online games and apps such as Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, League of Legends, Call of Duty, Fall Guys, and other similar games all have chat features where you can talk with anyone, anywhere, anytime. This can be a great way to connect with friends and play games from the comfort of your home, particularly during times when social distancing is encouraged. The online gaming world has created a place where adults, youth, and children can all exist together, and it's a place where it is normal to build relationships with strangers online. It is really easy to have conversations because many, if not all of these forms of gaming, have chat features. Because of its ability to be used by many people, it can create easy access to youth online who may not be aware of the dangers behind the screen. The use of online gaming is so prevalent among young people, the exploiter may be forthcoming with the fact that they are an adult because it isn't as unusual for adults to game with younger people. However, whether they pretend to be a peer or they're honest about their age, the relationship building starts much the same way, gaining trust. Sometimes young people playing on these platforms are offered gift cards or other things that can be redeemed on the site to advance their gaming. The exploiter may ask for pictures or favors in return. It is important to note that not all those who are looking to groom and exploit young people online are older or adults. They can be a peer or someone just a few years older than the youth. Much like in online grooming on other platforms, isolation occurs when a groomer will try to bring the conversation to a private room or only directly interact with another gamer. The exploiter may try to steer the conversation to something more personal or sexual. Once a relationship is established, isolation can also take place by trying to drive a wedge between the youth and their real life support system. There has been a number of reports about games designed for children being infiltrated by exploiters and using them to expose children to sexual content. Several incidents of sexually explicit acts being performed on the popular children's game Roblox. Some parents report their children being invited to private sex rooms, or other parents have seen their children's avatar being sexualized. Case study about online exploitation in online gaming. In one such case out of the UK, an 18-year-old male, Lewis Danes, had created an exclusive online gaming club. He had told the 6 members of the group, whom he had never met, that he had lots of money, was traveling the world, and could offer them lucrative jobs if they dropped out of school. The boys all trusted him. They believed him as he was somewhat of a mentor for them. Danes used his position in the club to control and manipulate members by threatening to kick them out of the group. He had built a close relationship with one of the boys, 15-year-old Breck Bednar, who he later lured and killed. In this situation, Danes did not pretend to be anyone else. He lied about what he did for a living and his lifestyle, but he didn't change his name or his age. Danes told lies to Breck about Breck's friends and family and gradually worked to isolate him from his support system. Breck's mother intervened several times. She talked with Danes, she set up meetings with some of the other parents of the boys in the club, and she called the police and reported Danes before the murder took place. In this case, Danes worked to isolate Breck by trying to turn him against the people that he loved and trusted by telling him lies about them. Social media. Social media platforms refer to sites, apps, or any form public internet space people use to create and share content or direct messages through social networking. Below are a list of popular social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Reddit, Timber, Twitter, Snapchat. This is not an exhaustive list. There are always new social media apps and platforms that are being created and shared. Social media can be a great way to connect, engage, learn, and communicate. It is fun to learn more about people that we've just become friends with, and these spaces are a great way to show off our skills and talents. It's a great way to pass time. The positives that come from social media are many. However, when we have an open online presence, people from anywhere can find and contact us. Secure privacy settings reduce this common vulnerability, but not all platforms have privacy settings. Online grooming on social media platforms happens initially by the exploiter reaching out in some way to the youth. In a study of over 5,000 cases of online grooming, police in Wales and England found that Instagram had the highest rate of online grooming, with 34% of reports coming from Instagram. An organization called BARK launched Project Stonefish, where they created a fake online presence for a 15-year-old Libby. Libby was actually a 37-year-old adult posing as a teen online. The team behind the project created an online presence similar to that of any teen. Once the profile went live, the team behind Libby waited to see how long it took for exploitive or inappropriate comments to reach Libby's profile. Within an hour, she had 7 adult men in her messages, and after 9 days, she had over 92 messages from men, ranging in severity from sexual explicit conversations, asking for nudes, and making threats. These men all thought she was 15, as her age was prominently posted to her profiles. The team decided to do the same thing again, except this time they created Bailey, an 11-year-old in 6th grade. They took the same adult woman and made her look 11 through various photo editing technology. Once Bailey's presence went live, it took less than 2 minutes for an adult male to inappropriately message her and less than 5 minutes for an adult to video call her. The rate at which adult men were messaging this 11-year-old's fake profile was astonishing. It took 4 people to keep up with the flood of messages. Many of these sexually explicit comments came fast before the men even attempted to form any kind of a relationship. While in this case, the messages came from men, that's not to say that women and youth can't be online groomers. While it's seen as a predominantly male crime, women approaching youth online are on the rise. Often it will go undetected or underreported because society sees women as more trustworthy. However, women can and do lure children and youth, both on and offline. Chat video specific websites. Among the most popular sites for this type of activity is Omegle, a website that offers text, voice, and video chatting. Omegle's slogan is "Talk to strangers," which is exactly what you do. While during times of social distancing, this may seem like a good idea, and it can be, it opens the door for online groomers and exploiters. Omegle recommends that you don't video chat if you're under 18, but there are no safety measures in place, and the website doesn't ask any questions about age. Within a few clicks, the user can be paired with a stranger engaged in sexually explicit behaviors such as masturbation or sexual acts with another person. While Omegle is currently a popular site for video chatting with strangers, there are many others with different security features. Whether you or a young person you know are using sites like this, it's important to be aware of the realities of these sites. While the intended purpose is not to expose young people to sexually explicit material, there's little that can be done to stop it. Please note that if an online game or communication platform isn't listed here, it doesn't mean that it can't or isn't being used to exploit and groom young people online. This is not an exhaustive list, but rather some of the commonly used platforms, apps, and websites. Job ads online. The idea of having financial freedom to do what we want or wanting to save up is a completely natural part of growing up. Online exploiters understand the desire for youth to make money, which is why they create too good to be true ads. While it is legal to start working at the age of 14 in Newfoundland, legal age to work may vary from province to province. There are a number of considerations to take into account when searching for employment. Look through the regulations surrounding hiring young people between the ages of 14 and 16 and see if the jobs advertising are abiding by these rules. Sometimes these ads can be designed to lure young people into sexually exploitive situations. Here are some things to look out for. Rate of pay. Is it significantly more than minimum wage? Does it offer a significant difference in the amount you can make? For example, anywhere from 1,500 to 5,000. Company business name. Is there a company name listed on the job ad? If so, what comes up when you Google search it? Is it credible information? Can you find the staff people online? LinkedIn is a great place to check the legitimacy of potential workplaces. Skill experience. Does the ad say no experience necessary or will train? This can be common for entry-level positions, but the rate of pay will reflect the lack of experience. Does that make sense for the position of the work and compensation being advertised? For example, if a job is advertising a massage position, does it make sense to hire someone who has no experience? Job advertised. Is a job title vague, or does it seem like a position that someone, let alone a youth, with no skills and experience should be doing? Applying. Are you applying through text or email, typically a Hotmail or Gmail account? Do they want to interview the same day or within 24 to 48 hours? Here is a helpful graphic from Casey that will help you identify suspicious looking job ads you may come across online.